Hello friends, today we are going to do a little movie review of Frenzy 1972. First, I will give you a brief summary of the movie, and then I will give you my opinion about it. So let's get started. The film is a psychological horror film directed by Alfred Hitchcock and stars John Finch and Barbara Lee Hunt. The film is about a man who is wrongfully accused of murder and his attempts to find the real killer before he is executed for the crime. The narrative is divided into two parts. In part 1, Richard Blaney, played by John Finch, returns to London after serving time in prison for burglary. He moves into a flat above a dress shop owned by a kind-hearted woman named Ruth, played by Barbara Lee Hunt. Despite his criminal past, Richard seems to be doing well, getting a job at the dress shop and forming a relationship with Ruth. However, a series of brutal murders takes place in London, and Richard becomes the prime suspect when a witness identifies him as the killer. Part 2 follows Richard's attempts to find the real murderer while evading the police. He becomes increasingly desperate as the body count rises and the media frenzy around the case grows. Eventually, Richard is caught and put on trial for the murders. With the evidence against him seemingly overwhelming, he must find a way to prove his innocence and expose the true killer. The film was praised for its direction, screenplay, and performances, particularly those of Finch and Lee Hunt. It was also notable for its exploration of themes such as guilt, innocence, and the nature of evil. The film was a commercial success upon its release, but it was also controversial due to its graphic violence and sexual content. Nevertheless, it has since been recognized as one of Hitchcock's best films and is considered a classic of the psychological horror genre. Now, let me give you my opinion about the movie. As someone who is interested in movies and psychology, I found the movie to be both fascinating and disturbing. The movie is a great example of how the human mind can rationalize and manipulate itself to believe in things that are not true. The character of Richard is a great example of this. He is a man who is trying to make something of himself after being wrongfully convicted of a crime. However, he is unable to escape the shadow of his past and is eventually consumed by the guilt of the crime he did not commit. The movie is also a great commentary on the nature of evil. The killer in the movie is someone who is able to blend in and live among ordinary people without anyone suspecting that they are capable of such brutality. This is a common theme in Hitchcock's work, and it is what makes his movies so terrifying. Overall, I highly recommend the movie to anyone who is interested in psychological horror or just want to see a great movie by one of the greatest directors of all time. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.